Hello there, this is Moira Hutchison, mindset cultivator, energy healer, and owner of Wellness with Moira. I'm thrilled to bring you my new series on managing your mindset. You will learn perspectives, ideas, tips and techniques, which are all intended to inspire and show you how you can reach your full potential. Are you clear on what your why is? Or are you even aware of what is your definition? What is your idea of success? Does it feel like it's something that's way out there? Or is it something that you feel like you're on track, that you are in alignment with and getting there? You know, all too often I have conversations with people about this whole topic so many times, about the mindset of success, the aligning with the truth of who you really are, and actually trusting and being aware that your inner guidance is always getting you to where you're going. But, and here's the big but, when we are not actually aware of what this why is, for some people it could be what makes you light up, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel like you're on purpose, that you are aware of what is it that you're called to do. But sometimes it takes a wee bit of time to get into a place of, I know that I want to do it this way, or I accept and acknowledge that I feel attracted to doing things a certain way, or attracted to certain groups of people or projects or ideas, and I'm repulsed or I prefer not to be around other people. So this is what I really encourage you to do. If you are really clear on what is your why and what success actually means to you, and you feel great about it, then that's awesome. Good for you. Keep doing it. And keep doing it with the sense that the more you do it, the more other people are inspired around you and get to see what is it like to access the gifts, to really be clear on what is it you're doing. Now, if you're not though, you want to continue watching, because I have some tips and ideas to share with you to help you access that why. The reason for your life, your why, is at your heart. The energy of your heart is always going to be the piece that you need to access in order to really get clear on that. So you can ask yourself things like, what makes my heart sing? What do I feel excited about? What do I feel so engaged with doing that I could do it all day long, whether I get paid for it or not? These are the key questions to be asking yourself to actually get that understanding on what your why is. Now, sometimes when we start on a journey for this and taking it step by step, it can appear that our why changes as we change. The truth is it doesn't. We become clearer on it because there is always a thread throughout every experience, everything we say yes to, everything we say no to, everything that we prefer, everything that we don't prefer. When we get out of our thinking mind and stop judging or stop comparing or wondering, am I on the right track or not, then we then can actually get that guidance from our own higher self better. And it helps us, sit in that space that everything that you do is the right thing for you to do. I hope that makes sense. So the key piece that I wanted to share in this episode about finding your why and really getting clear on what is your definition of success. Now, sometimes people are really clear on what success means. Success means having a relationship with this type of person and living in a specific place and having a certain amount of money in their bank and being able to do a specific thing like teaching or selling things or helping people get clear on their gifts. So for some people, they are that way, and that's great. And this is the key piece about not competing and comparing in this area, because every one of us have our own unique way. So on the one hand, you will have people and you will see people who have that very clearly defined way that they want their life to be, and that's what their flavor of success is. Whereas other people may just have success is feeling joy. Success is feeling a sense of happiness or a sense of pride in everything that they do, or making people feel good about themselves. So more isn't better and less is no different. It's just the clarity and the gifting of to yourself with, if that's what it is, if all it is that you want to feel happy or you want to experience joy in every moment, then that's just as good as the person who has, A, B, C, D, E criteria for what success is. So just breathe that in for a wee moment. How can you get clear on what it is that your unique, your specific piece in the grand scheme of things? Because that's what your why is. Your why is related to the unique gift, the unique component that you bring to the rest of consciousness, to the rest of everyone else in this game of life that we are all here together. So as an analogy, I like to think of the whole piece of everybody being clear on their definition of success, and everybody really knowing what is their why, what's their unique gifts, and actually bringing it, showing up, standing up, allowing everyone around them to see it. I like to think of this as a gigantic cosmic jigsaw puzzle. So just play with me for a wee minute. Seeing the entire experience, everyone else that's in this game with you, as a giant cosmic jigsaw puzzle. Okay? Now the next part is to think of each part. Now think of when you were a child and doing jigsaws, or maybe you like doing jigsaws now. I know I do. So think about the jigsaw, all the pieces all fitting in properly so that the picture of our life experience is seen. Now think of when you find you're putting all the different pieces of the jigsaw together, and each jigsaw piece has its own unique shape, and it has a picture side and a cardboard just plain side. There's no picture. So here's the piece. You choose. Are you going to fit into that jigsaw puzzle, picture side up, for all to see? That to me would be you shining your light. You confidently knowing what your why is, and being confident to say, this is my calling, this is my why, this is why I have the propensity to do things this way, I have the way of speaking, I have this gift, I have these tools to share. That's you in the cosmic jigsaw puzzle with your picture side up, everybody is able to see it. Whereas in that same jigsaw puzzle, that your piece of the puzzle will still fit in with the picture side down. Now that is when people hide. They hide their gifts. They say, oh, I'm not intuitive. Oh, I don't have inner wisdom. Oh, I can't connect with my why. I have no idea what my why is. And that's what happens when we compare. because now we are starting to try and look for our why or our reasons or our gifts outside of ourselves. Your gift is not outside of yourself. Take a deep breath with me. And even if you are not fully aware of what your gift is, if you could just let go of the ruminating and the wondering and the questioning and the challenges that you give yourself by that inner judge, if you could just trust. So taking a nice deep breath. And let go of any propensity to say, well, is it there yet? Is it there yet? Have I figured it out? Have I figured it out? Because if you do that, guess what happens? It doesn't land. Whenever we set an intention of, I'm going to get clear on my why, I'm going to actually recognize and see what is my definition of success. So those are intentions. I'm going to do that. Instead of doing I'm going to, how about just saying I have? Because there's a version of you that already has it. Maybe your higher self has been trying to tap you on the shoulder and say, watch that, or pay attention to how you feel over there. So all too often we get these subconscious taps or these little guidance pieces from our higher self, and we don't see the synchronicity or the coincidence, and we don't actually pause for a moment and actually hear. When I say hear, it's not just your physical ears, it's hearing at your heart level. So what I was trying to say to you is that even if it's not completely clear, if you can let go of the where is it, or the sort of idea of being in a hamster wheel thinking I have to figure it out. No. If it's not right in front of you and you don't have the words, you can then look at focusing on your breath, deep breaths. And the big piece that I want to in sort of plant for you and really root it firmly is to trust. To trust. So here's something that, and this is a point that I actually do all the time, is that if I'm stepping into a new situation, or I'm questioning something and I'm not quite sure what is the next step, or what is the best decision to make, what's the best choice, in alignment with what my why is, and in alignment with what the success that I am creating, that I am sharing and being. If I can't see it, it doesn't mean that it's not there. It's just that it's not landed for me properly. It's not, maybe it's just not become visible to me. But then I can let go of the propensity to question and to beat myself up because it's not clear, and just trust it's there. I may not be able to see it, but I can trust that it'll be there. So there's two pieces here about trust to be aware of. Is you trust that it's here, and you trust yourself that you will recognize it when it comes, right? So you give up the inner dialogue or your ego conversation or your inner judge. You give that up. You turn the volume down. And the best way to turn the volume down on that is come back to the breath. And I like put my hand over my heart because it also anchors into my own awareness that I'm going to follow the guidance of my heart. So deep breath will turn down the volume of the critical chatter, and then coming into your heart and just trust. And now I'm hearing some conversations in my mind of various clients and students over the years when I talk about trust, where people will start saying, oh, well, I don't trust this person. I don't trust that this is the right choice, or I don't trust this scenario. I don't trust the government. I don't trust politics. I don't trust what's going on Facebook. I don't trust, fill in the blanks. If that is what you're doing, I really encourage you to watch this one. Watch those words that are coming out of your mouth. If it's finger pointing, I don't trust that, I don't trust them, I don't trust her, I don't trust him. If that is the case, it's a signal to you that trust is broken, but it's you with you. Trust is an inside job. I trust everyone, but I needed to do a lot of work first on learning to accept, to acknowledge, to find my truth, and to trust. So, like I said, it's to help you be in this moment and recognize that if it is the truth that you're seeing, or your truth in that moment, that you're having trust broken, or you're seeing how other people are betraying something they said they were going to do for you, for instance, or they promised to show up and be or do something in regard to what you're working on, and then they don't. It's a reflection, and it's time for you to sit back in and say, where am I in regard to my why, and trusting that yes, I am on the right track, and trusting that I am fitting into that cosmic jigsaw puzzle, picture side up, allowing my light to shine. And if it's not, it's not right or wrong. These answers are never right or wrong. It's having the willingness to step in and always start your day, start your project, start your relationships with an inner dialogue. Is this feeding my why? Does this fill me up? Does this feel right at my heart level? So that's the key piece that I wanted to teach you in today's episode, is to get clear and allow yourself your own process. In getting clear on what is your definition of success, number one, do not compare yourself to what other people's definition is, or don't even let other people tell you what success is, because their success is not yours. By all means, celebrate everybody else's success. And understand, if you can see somebody's success, it's not, oh, look, they got it and I didn't. If that's happening for you, breathe in their success. Because everything that we see that we like, it's possible for us. So that's why I'm saying it's so important to trust. You know, if you're driving your car and you see this beautiful, brand new sports car driving along beside you, say thank you. There's my car. Because the fact that you see it and that it's in your vibration, it's yours. Rather than, oh, look at them, they got it and I didn't. So everything that you can possibly wish for, desire, look at somebody else having and saying, I would love that too. Celebrate everyone else's success and everyone else's clarity and everyone else's potential for naming what is their why. Celebrating it means that you, whether you have it specifically, succinctly in this moment, by celebrating everybody else that you see around you having it, that makes the clarity open up more. So there's that part, but then the other part of it is to have trust in yourself. Even if I can't see it in this moment, it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean it's not there. Because then maybe it means you need to surrender more. Maybe you need to let go of a sense of lack. Maybe you need to let go of limitations or mindset pieces that were put in place for you by your ego, by your subconscious, to keep you safe or keep you on track during a specific episode or event. Now you don't need it, so you let go. I really like to help people see that we are always becoming the next best version of ourselves. So the other piece about this is to walk forward, take action. So if you have a sense that, okay, your intention or your why is happiness, good. the clarity on that and the further definition and the felt sense of it is going to keep coming and keep multiplying as you move forward, as you take action. And that is also going to help you build your trust of you. That's the thing that I'm saying to you. So the big takeaways for you here is to develop your inner trust. Answer your questions from your heart. If you have an inner chatter going on or a negative conversation going on in your mind, come back to your breath, put your hand over your heart and trust. Remember what I said to you. Even if I can't see the choice, the decision, the options in this moment, I trust that I will recognize them when the clarity shows up, or when I take the right action step. It will just click. You will actually get the felt sense of what that is about. So, and then the other reminder was go into the cosmic jigsaw puzzle with your picture side up. The world wants you. That is what you came into this life for, is to share your brilliance. I hope this serves you, and I hope it helps you get more of a felt sense of what is your why and what is your definition of success. I have a resource for you to help you get more clarity on this idea of letting go of what doesn't serve you. The information and the link for it is in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Much love.